What's up, it's Nick Monty. In this video we're going to talk about parallel processing, specifically on vocals. And for that we're going to take a closer look at the drop down section for Look in the Dark, one of the tracks on my new EP. So the first thing that I'm going to do here is I'm just going to play through this section for you so you can hear what's going on, and then I'll break it down further.
If I look in the dark, there you are. I'm still feeling the sparks through my heart.
So this song section is just a drop down version of the main hook, and there's a lot less going on here production wise and also on vocals as well. This is the only vocal track that we have, the lead vocal, and I wanted the vocal sound to be a little bit spacier and a little bit more lo-fi. And to accomplish this, I added a lot of reverb to this, but as well, I also did this parallel track. And specifically, this is parallel distortion. And what I'm using for this is the SansAmp PSA plugin from Pro Tools, and this is just a stock plugin. And this is meant to be an amp simulator for guitars and basses, but I find that it works pretty well for vocals as well because it gets a nice smooth distortion sound. And this parallel track is accomplishing a couple things here. It adds that nice lo-fi sound that I'm going for. It also gives it a bit of a mid-pushed sound, so it cuts through the mix a little bit more, and it just kind of thickens the sound up in general. So with this plugin, there's a lot of very subjective controls here, like the buzz, punch, crunch, drive. And so the way that I like to dial this in is just by moving the knobs and listening to what I'm hearing and really tweaking until I get the right sound. So I'm going to show that to you right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this SansAmp plugin and I'm going to copy it onto another insert here. Then we're going to bypass this one, go back to the factory default, and then I'm going to show you how I created this sound. But before we do that, I'm just going to show you what this parallel track sounds like on its own.
If I look in the dark, there you are. I'm still feeling the sparks through my heart.
So that's a pretty heavily distorted signal, and this is what I like about using it in parallel, is that I can go as far as I want with that distortion sound without worrying about it muddying up the main track. And then you can take that overly distorted signal and then blend it in with the perfectly pristine signal and get the best of both worlds. So now I'm going to go back to the factory default and try to recreate this sound for you.
If I look in the dark, there you are. I'm still feeling the sparks through my heart. If I look in the dark, there you are. I'm still feeling the sparks through my heart. If I look in the dark, there you are. I'm still feeling the sparks through my heart. If I look in the dark, there you are. I'm still feeling the sparks through my heart. If I look in the dark, there you are. I'm still feeling the sparks through my.
So I think we accomplished a pretty comparable sound there. And so, as you can see, I like to just dial in those knobs, listen to what I'm hearing when I dial it in to get the right sound. So that's it for today, guys. If you enjoyed this, if you learned something, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. I like to hear your feedback, so let me know what things that you're struggling with when you mix, when you produce things, and I can maybe address it in a future video. So until then, I will see you guys later.